Come on,
Hi.
man.
Dude, you gotta go there and you talk. Hi, hello, welcome to the Drafting Delusions NASCAR podcast. Great. Hi, hello, welcome to the Drafting Delusions NASCAR podcast. We are your hosts, Evan and Jake, and we're going to get into this past week's race at Michigan. Take it away, Jake.
This week's race in Michigan started exactly how it did last week. Denny Hamlin was sent to the back of the pack due to adjustments after qualifying. His second straight week in the back, and we'll get into more about him later. But in the first 9 laps of the race, we see Connor Zilic spin out twice, eventually wrecking out of the race for the rest of the day. His third straight last place finish. We talked about his struggles last week and how he has just been so bad this year. But Evan, is it possible that Connor Zilic is the worst driver in the NASCAR Cup Series?
Yes, Connor Zilic is the worst driver in the NASCAR Cup Series at the moment. He can't seem to get a start in the first or get a first stage finish in the past 3 races now almost.
Yes.
Um yeah, I don't think anyone can compete with that.
The only full-time driver in the standings that is lower than Connor Zilic is Cody Ware. And I didn't know that it was possible to be worse than Cody Ware, but I mean, he's only a few points ahead of Cody Ware. If you're only a few points ahead of Cody Ware, then you're just absolute like bottom of the barrel.
Talk
Just,
about generational talent.
yeah, generational garbage, actually. But after that happened, we had the first big wreck that took out the leader in the standings, Tyler Reddick, which caused him to end up in 35th place. We'll get more into Reddick later. But there's been some chatter online, some discussion, some arguments that it was either Hocevar or Kyle Larson's fault. Larson was a little bit slow off the restart, but Hocevar ultimately was the one that caused the bump that led to the whole wreck. So, Evan, do you think Hocevar was at fault there?
I'm not sure if Hocevar was at fault there. There was a lot of bumping going on from Larson's row, the inside. I feel Eric Jones got knocked into Hocevar and he kind of tried to dodge it a little bit, causing him to swerve Eric Jones out from the back, and everyone do blame Hocevar, but I don't believe it was fully intentional, as everyone makes it to be.
Yeah, I think it's just easy to blame Carson Hocevar because of his inexperience. He's still so young and he has a track record of causing crashes like this. So anytime that he's on the screen when a crash happens, it's easy to blame him. Do you think that that's what happened there?
Yeah, that's most likely what happened.
But then a little bit later into the race, around lap 150, there was a big crash. Very scary moment during the race. Probably the hardest crash I've seen this year between Elliott and Bell. Evan, what were your immediate reactions to that crash?
Well, immediate reaction was
Yeah.
um Elliott. I mean, he was doing good, but his rear spun out. He tried to correct for the spin. He committed to the spin. His wheels locked up with the ground again, straight into Bell. Threw Bell into the wall, and then Elliott just comes straight into Bell. About as bad as that could have gone. But uh, overall, happy everyone's okay. Bell seemed to understand Elliott's apology when they were at the care truck. But yeah, scary.
Yeah, absolutely. We're both just glad that everyone was okay. Thank God for the technological advancements and not only the car, but also the wall there. It did cause a very long red flag caution. It was about 20, 30 minutes, something like that. But ultimately, just happy that both of them are okay. But after the restart after that big crash, um, it wasn't very competitive after that. After maybe 10 to 20 laps, Denny Hamlin ended up taking the lead after the restart and carried it to the end with an 11-second margin of victory. That was the largest margin of victory on an oval since 2018. Evan, how did Denny Hamlin pull that off?
Personally, I think Joe Gibbs is doing something to the car. There's
Really?
no way
So
someone can pull away that far.
you're accusing Joe Gibbs Racing and Denny Hamlin and Toyota of cheating.
There's no way that they can just do
Mm,
that. That's not skill. That's just pure car right there. And after qualifying adjustments, pulling him to the back and still coming
mm.
to first and getting that 11-second lead, there's no way. Some's fishy.
Are you sure that you're not just jealous of Denny Hamlin's greatness?
What greatness.
What greatness? Well, I'll tell you, Evan. I'll tell you about Denny Hamlin's greatness. After this win, Denny Hamlin has his second straight victory, and his second straight victory coming from very last place. This win was his 63rd win all time, tying the late great Kyle Busch for ninth. We feel like that was inevitable from the start of the season that he was going to get to that mark at some point. Now we're just waiting until he has sole possession of ninth place all time for his 64th win. Some other stats for you about Denny Hamlin. Since Denny Hamlin's 700th start last year on June 1st, he has a 20% win rate. This is by far the highest win rate since a driver's 700th start. Second place is Jeff Gordon with 5% win rate. Denny Hamlin has 20%. Although it's a smaller sample size, that's still incredible. And also, he has the second most wins all time after his 700th start. I previously mentioned Jeff Gordon and his 5% win rate after his 700th start. He had six. Richard Petty had 22 wins after his 700 start. But we
He
all
was
know
he
that
was racing against plumbers.
exactly. So we can disregard Richard Petty. In the modern era, Denny Hamlin has the most wins all time after his 700 start. How can you deny Denny Hamlin's greatness and accuse him of cheating after hearing that?
They're putting crack in the car.
Well, I mean, the two strongest drivers this year have obviously been Denny Hamlin and Tyler Reddick.
Tyler
And
Reddick hasn't been pulling his weight lately.
that's true. That's true. But what is similar about Denny Hamlin's car and Tyler Reddick's car?
That he owns both. Well, he doesn't own his own,
He
but
he does own both, but they're both Toyotas. Do you think Toyotas have some sort of advantage over like a Ford or a Chevy?
no, it's Denny Hamlin's car.
It's just Denny Hamlin's car. Why not Reddick though? He had such a great start to the season.
Well, I also believe they were doing something to that car also at the beginning of the
Mm.
season. There's no way you win, what was it, 5 races in a row?
It was I don't know if it was 5 in a row, but it was 5 within, like, 6 races
Yeah,
or something
5,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But like I said earlier, Reddick was involved in that crash early in the race. He was 35th place today, and with Denny Hamlin, he was already in 2nd place in the standings. He jumped up quite a bit. The lead for Reddick is now only 51 points, and we talked last week, you asked me, do I think that Denny Hamlin could catch Tyler Reddick. And last week, I said that I didn't think that it was likely. But now I think it's much more likely, and I'm going to change my stance on that. I do think that Denny Hamlin will catch Reddick eventually because, like, the start to the season for Reddick, I feel like a lot of people thought that that was unsustainable. And I think we're seeing the reality of that now as Reddick's lead continues to slip. So, would you agree with me that Denny's going to catch Reddick at some point
Yeah, I think
soon?
last week I thought he has a good chance of doing it, and I'm gonna stick with that. He there's a good chance of it. I don't see Reddick recovering from his drought.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Denny Hamlin. Second straight win. We expect him to be first in the standings here soon. But some other good finishes in this race. A big surprise here. Eric Jones came second place. Evan, how did he do it, man?
Someone's working on that car. Someone did something to that car that was astonishing, and Eric Jones did a good job of pulling his weight for the team and making sure he's getting the full potential out of that car.
You think it's the same crack that they're putting in Denny's car?
And maybe they might have found something of the sort, but
You
I'm okay
you think
with it.
they're
I like
colluding?
that. Maybe. But we like Eric Jones. Eric Jones, I hope all the best for him.
Absolutely. Hopefully he can get some more top fives. Maybe maybe a win this year. He is 18th in the standings, I believe, and he's right on the cusp of playoff position. Do you think that Eric Jones, I feel like it'd be a surprise if he made the playoffs. Do you think he can do it?
I think he has a good if he keeps up what he did at Michigan, he's totally gonna get in. He's only 30 something points away from Austin Cindric, who's in 16th right now. And I he totally can do it if he can just keep up what he's doing. And the team can keep giving him a good car each week.
I think that would be nice to see Eric Jones in the chase. Now, for third place, we had Bubba Wallace. We talked last week about Bubba's struggles. Third place this week jumps up 4 spots to 11th place in the standings after his inconsistencies. Do we think that early season Bubba is back? Do we think that he can carry this into the playoffs?
He could. I think it's a fluke, though. I think it's just one race. I don't see him carrying that into Pocono, and then I think it's a San Diego race after that. Um, yeah, I see him dropping a little bit farther in the standings.
I do think that his inconsistencies will return because that's just kind of the driver that he is. But I
Skill issue.
think that skill issue, okay. But I think that his win or not wins, but his finishes like this that he gets however often, I think that will carry him to the playoffs somewhere around like I think it's gonna be on the back end, like a 15th, 16th. But hopefully he can keep up what he did at Michigan, but I guess we'll have to see. Another big story so far this year is Joey Logano, three-time Cup Series champion, hasn't looked the greatest this year. No wins this year. He's had multiple DNFs. He's struggled all year, still 17th in the standings, though, right on the cusp of the playoffs. Do you think Logano will get any wins this season?
I can maybe see him taking one. I don't see him getting multiple wins. The team seems to be struggling. Logano, I'm not seeing his best work out there this season compared to other seasons. So for those reasons, I might even see him not making the playoffs.
I'd have to agree with you on the no wins, but I think he ends up in the playoffs. Just I think he's gonna sneak it in. I mean, for how much he struggled so far this year, and he's still like right on the cusp of his teammate Austin Cindric. I think he'll end up making it, but I honestly doubt that Logano will get a win this year, which is kind of crazy to say considering how good he's been in the past. But I guess we'll have to see. And in other news, San Diego in 2 weeks, I think, maybe.
Yep.
Former F1 driver Kevin Magnussen to drive the 91 for Trackhouse. We saw Shane Van Gisbergen win in his debut for Trackhouse at Chicago. Do we think that Kevin Magnussen can do the same?
I don't see it. I don't see an F1 driver being able to pull off a win in NASCAR. I feel like it's two completely different motorsports, and he's just going to get cooked by the entire field.
Yeah, I don't know. I have some faith in him. I don't think he's gonna win because obviously, put your money on it now. Shane Van Gisbergen is going to win that race. He's just
I could
he's
see a
just
Blaney
been
win.
Blaney. I don't know. Shane Van Gisbergen has won like 5 of the last 6 or 6 of the last 7. road courses, and I don't think there's anyone stopping him right now. The only person to beat him is Tyler Reddick, and as we said earlier, he's been struggling a little bit as of recently. So I think that's still gonna be Shane Van Gisbergen, but Kevin Magnussen, very similar to SVG, both, uh, foreign country, both from a different motorsport background. I think that it goes well for Trackhouse, and I mean, if Trackhouse is just gonna go all in on road courses, I mean, why not try out Kevin Magnussen, right?
Yeah, I'm calling it now. I see DNF. I don't even
DNF for
see a
Magnussen?
finish. Yeah.
Alright, I guess we'll have to see here in 2 weeks. Another big story here. The full-time driver for the 33 for RCR, big shoes to fill, obviously, is down to either Austin Hill or Noah Gragson. Jesse Love is reportedly ineligible to drive that car because of the existing zone sponsorship that Kyle Busch had. So it's down to either Austin Hill or Noah Gragson, which are both terrible options. Austin Hill has not been very good in his couple races so far this season. He came 20th at Michigan, and Noah Gragson currently sits 29th in the Cup Series standings. Who would you rather have, Austin Hill or Noah Gragson? Trash versus garbage.
So I think we don't want the trash. We don't want Austin Hill. Garbage though, the garbage has personality.
Garbage has personality.
Noah Gragson can bring a little bit of attention to RCR. I don't see him winning a race or really doing anything good, but it would be really funny and he would bring a lot of fans, I think, to RCR.
If I'm a fan of RCR and my 2 drivers are Austin Dillon and Noah Gragson, that's
It
gotta
would
be
be
painful.
tragic. It would be tragic. Yeah. Imagine being an RCR fan. I don't think that's really hard to do right now, I think. But
Especially if you got Austin Hill or Noah Gragson. I mean, obviously, Jesse Love is probably a better option than them both, but because
yes,
of the circumstances, he won't be able to do that, so he's probably going to be on a different team next year,
good
which
news.
very good news, very good for Jesse Love. Um, but yeah, we'll see what happens next year with that. Now, Evan, I got a game for you.
Okay.
I like to call it "Who Said That?" I'm gonna give you a quote from a NASCAR driver, or maybe something that they posted on social media, and you have to guess which driver said that. If you can't figure it out, I'll give you a hint, but if you get most of them right, you win. I don't think there's really any stakes here, but let's get started. Who said that? I've got a wrecked bucket of this one should be easy for you.
I've heard that before. I hear his
Mhm,
voice in my head. I'm trying to
mhm. Would you like a hint?
give me a hint.
You know this driver very well. You love this driver very much.
Is it Carson Hocevar?
No. Try again. I think I'm gonna say it and you're gonna be disappointed.
I am going to be disappointed. I'm gonna give up, Jake.
I tried to give you the easy one first. You're gonna give up?
Uh huh.
Here, okay, one more hint. You got plenty of his merch.
Oh, Kyle Busch.
Yeah, it's Kyle Busch.
Okay.
I
Okay.
thought that was gonna be the easy one.
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't get a whole lot easier from here. But okay, first one wrong. Next one. On May 1st of 2011, this driver tweeted, "So yeah, Osama bin Laden is dead." Period. Who said that? I'll give you a hint because this one's hard. This one's hard. We talked about him on the show today.
I'm gonna go with Denny Hamlin.
Ooh, close. He finished right behind Denny Hamlin.
Eric Jones.
Eric Jones. Yes, on May 1st, 2011, Eric Jones tweeted, "So yeah, Osama bin Laden is dead." I don't know.
Eric Jones.
Eric Jones. I think you'll get this one actually. Who said that? Make sure your fellow racer can see you coming. If it's if it's Jeff Gordon, put that son of a into the wall. Who said that?
The Intimidator. Dale Earnhardt.
Dale Earnhardt. Correct. That's 1 point. 1 of 3 so far. Ooh, this is an interesting one, Evan. This is an Instagram post.
Okay.
So these two drivers posted an image of themselves cuddling at a Coldplay concert. One of them replied, "Don't tell everyone about us." Who are those two drivers in a bromance, apparently?
I saw this image and I'm trying to remember the image itself. I remember this happening. I'm gonna have to go with who posted it or who were the two in the image?
Who were the two in the image? One of them replied, "Don't tell everyone about us." And the other person posted the image. It doesn't matter which order. I just want the two drivers.
Chase Briscoe,
Mm-mm. Think a little younger.
Hocevar,
A little younger.
Connor Zilic, and Jesse Love.
Correct. The
Yep,
bromance of the century.
that is
I'd love to
true.
see a rom-com starring those two. Like a heated rivalry style TV show, but with Jesse Love and Connor Zilic. What would that even be called?
Zilic and Love.
Oh, I get it. We need to pitch this to HBO.
That I think they would love the idea. I think you should march down there right now,
Yeah.
right
Well,
after
I
we're
mean,
done with this podcast.
everyone loves heated rivalry, so why wouldn't people watch a NASCAR version? I think that'd be great.
True.
But I'll give you 1 point for that one. Now, for the next one. Who said that? I would love to hit the fence head on and get knocked out. I hate my job.
That's gonna be Logano, isn't it?
No.
Bush,
Which Bush?
Kurt Busch.
Kurt Busch.
Okay.
Correct. He must have been having a bad day. He had a lot
Yeah.
of bad days in his
A
time.
lot. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So this next one's gonna be 2 quotes because one of them is a bit too vague. The first one, if you can get it off this one, I'd be shocked because this could be a lot of people. Who said that? Yeah, I just love wrecking people. It's a lot of fun.
That's Hocevar.
That's Hosovar. Okay. You don't even need the second one. So let's just move on to the next one. Okay, next one. Barbecue pizza, jail. Pineapple pizza, jail. Mac and cheese on their pizza, double jail. Extra cheese, double jail. Anchovies. That's some electric chair type. Who said that?
Is that Noah Gregson?
No.
Hmm. Who said that?
Who really hates every single type of pizza?
That's a good question. Give me a hint.
This driver said this on his Twitch stream.
Carson Hocevar.
It's Hosovar again, yes. Correct.
That is something he would say.
Next up, this is a retired driver, but also an announcer. And I believe it was said earlier this season. Who said that? That puts a lot of pressure on his teammates because he's kind of mogged everybody as far as the performance that he's had during this season so far. Talking about Carson Hocevar.
Is
Which
this
announcer?
Are we talking Fox or are we talking Prime here?
It was earlier this year, way earlier.
Okay, so Fox. So I'm gonna go with hmm, Kevin Harvick.
Correct. But imagine if Mike Joy said that.
That would be legendary. That would be the greatest thing to happen this season, I think.
We need Mike Joy after a race to say that Denny Hamlin was speed maxing or something.
Yeah, yes, I agree.
They don't clip farm enough on Fox.
Yeah, that's why their viewership is going down.
That's why Prime is outdoing them because Dale Jr. knows how to clip farm.
Mhm, and jump scare.
Mm. All right, so this next one, I'll give you a hint, is not really a NASCAR Cup Series driver yet.
Okay.
Who said that? I'm here to turn left, and although I may suck at turning left, I can learn.
So I've heard someone say that.
Mhm.
Uh, Cletus McFarland.
Correct.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see, how many did you get right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll give you the win. Evan, you win. What do
I
you
don't
want
think I
as your
deserve that
prize?
win. What do
I
I
think
want
you
as
do.
my prize?
Yes.
I want a Briscoe win next week at Pocono. That's what I want as my prize. Can you do
You want
that
a
for me, Jake?
Briscoe win.
I want a
No, but
Briscoe
what I
win.
can do is ask everybody, since Evan won the game, hit that sub button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and get Drafting Delusions to be the #1 NASCAR podcast in the world. What do we think?
That's a lot better than what I asked for.
Exactly. All right. You said you wanted a Briscoe win at Pocono. Is that your pick?
That is my pick next week.
Second straight week
Yep.
picking Chase Briscoe. Are you just going to pick Chase Briscoe until it happens?
We might. We'll see. Depending on how we feel. Feeling
Is
froggy one day, maybe.
is it just a feeling? Just a feeling that you're gonna get a Briscoe win here or what?
Briscoe's
Any
been
specific reason?
Briscoe's been doing good the past few races. I mean, Michigan was a little bit of a disaster, but I think he's got to win next week, Pocono.
Mm. I think my pick for next week, I'm just gonna feed the hot hand here. I'm gonna go for a heat check, Denny Hamlin for his 3rd in a row. I mean, we've seen him come from the back to the front and take the win 2 straight weeks in a row. I think it would be stupid not to pick Denny for Pocono because, Evan, who is the all-time leader in wins at the Pocono racetrack?
Let me take a guess. Denny Hamlin.
It's Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin has 7 wins all-time at Pocono. In his last 4 races at Pocono, he has 2 second-place finishes and 2 wins. Denny Hamlin absolutely owns Pocono. Pocono is Denny Hamlin's bitch, okay? Denny Hamlin is gonna win his 3rd in a row, maybe overtake Tyler Reddick in the Cup Series standings, but we'll have to see. Tyler Reddick would have to have a pretty bad day again in order for that to happen. But I'm gonna go with Denny Hamlin for his 3rd in a row.
Thank you, everyone, for watching the Drafting Delusions NASCAR podcast. I'm Evan. That was Jake. We hope you like and subscribe. We're going to see you guys next Tuesday after the Pocono race. I hope you look forward to that, and we'll see you next time. Peace.